So we haven't shot a match in 8 months, and we actually haven't really had any good practice days either beyond 150 yards because where we used to practice long range is no longer open. So that's really depressing. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyways, beyond that, there's a couple of matches coming up. So we've been really working on load development for my MPA PMR Pro. I know I haven't done like a follow-up since my unboxing last year, but we've been working on getting a new load developed for this because we had some issues at the last couple of matches. And just getting like our crap together for the couple of matches coming up. Beyond the load development, just getting our bags ready, like cleaning out our gear and all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that I wanted to do, because my memory is full, I literally have like 5 minutes left that I can record. But I've been downloading all of my camera roll so that way I could compare, because I know I'm going to be rusty. I wanted to see the progress that I had made over that year. It was like 13, 14 matches that I shot. I wanted to see comparison of how I was shooting, what I was doing, what my fundamentals looked like, not just my speed, but how I was setting up on props, how I was stabilizing myself, things like that. My transitions, especially my transitions. I wanted to see what that looked like from my first couple of matches through my last one, which was the 2-day at the Federal Gold Medal match. It was my first 2-day. It was the best percentage score myself, like personal percentage impact to shots taken ratio that I've ever done. It was like, and I scored the best, I placed the best I've ever placed. Like, it was great. So I wanted to see comparison, what I look like shooting from those different and kind of in between. So we have some practice days. I was going through it. I just had like things and random thoughts coming through my head of things I needed to improve on in the beginning and things that I had improved on. It had become natural towards that 13th, 14th competition. So I'm going to put that following this so you guys can kind of follow along and just hear what goes through my head. I don't know, maybe there's some ladies out there, some new shooters, new competitors out there that want to get like in our heads and figure out like what's going on. I don't know. Maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe it'll be beneficial. For me, it's just going to be a great documentation process so that way I can continue to get better. In no way, shape, or form am I claiming that these things are like the go-to, what you have to do or anything like that. I just know they're things that I've picked up from pro shooters, from really respectable people that I shoot with that I've really enjoyed and learned a lot from. I'm going to add in a voiceover of some of the things that I did in comparison of the next 4 stages. I think I've got 4 stages on here for you guys. I don't know. Hopefully you enjoy it. Regardless, it's going to be a great documentation process for me so I can go back and look and see as I progress, especially while I'm rusty and figuring out how to even pack my gear anymore.
Here, you want to take that?
You ready?
Hold on.
Big, then small.
Yep.
Yeah. Left and right, left and middle.
Left and middle, left and middle. And then move 2,
Yep.
3, 4, and 5 places.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh,
You understand?
sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Father's ready?
Yep.
You want to see what's
Got my knee pad.
Cool.
Back. Yeah, just looking at the grass, it looks like the wind's about died.
In this position, you can see that my shoulders, my hips, my knees, and my ankles are not all squared up to the prop itself, to my rifle, to the prop, or towards my target. My spine is straight, so I do have that going for me, but I definitely have this weird twist thing, which is going to not help with recoil. It's also going to reduce my stability because now I have movement in those joints and those angles, and it's giving me more recoil in the shoulder instead of straight on into the solid core or trunk of my body.
Impact. Impact. Got it.
Wonderful. So I am squared up to the rifle, to the prop, and towards my target. My hips are not directly over my knees, which gives me a pivot point in the pelvis, in the hip area. And that is not good, especially with this prop. See me shake, it wiggles back and forth, forward and backwards. So I really need to be squared up with those hips over my knees and just giving a really solid foundation to my trunk area.
Seconds, babe.
If anything, it was coming and touching the right. I just stayed straight at it.
Send it.
Send it.
Got
Good
it.
job.
Got her for 6.
Got it for 6. Yep.
Is shooter ready? Stand by. Engage.
Might be a little tall for me.
That looked horrible. Good thing today's a practice day.
It's a year later and I've learned a few things. I finally have my spine with my shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles in alignment to my rifle, my prop, and my target. I am not influencing my rifle here, even though it looks like it. I'm barely touching it to my shoulder. I am bracing to the prop with my left arm, and my hips are in alignment directly over my knees, and my ankles removing that pivot point of the pelvis and the legs.
6mm doesn't move that plate very much. We should really have a flasher. Impact. Impact. You don't have to hit every one of them.
Straight spine, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are all squared up to one another, and I'm in full alignment to my rifle, prop, and target. There's no pivot point in any of these joints, and I'm able to be solid in my trunk without influencing my rifle.
Yep, I heard it. That was an impact. It did not move that plate at all that time. You cleaned that. Whatever.
Talking about the target? Anytime it's a size reference.
Left, right, and then left.
This is what it is.
All right, shooter ready? Stand by.
And again, you can see here that I have my body squared up to my rifle, prop, and my target. My spine is in alignment. My shoulders are squared up and aligned to my hips, my knees, and my ankles. And then depending on which position I'm at, I have my hips over my knees and ankles when standing. And then when I'm squatted, I make sure that I have my knees and ankles in alignment to my hips all the way up through my shoulders and facing towards my target. So there's about a tenth of what goes through my brain when I'm self-critiquing. I hope you guys found it helpful. I'm looking forward to doing more of these as we get back into competitions. And the next video I'm going to link is my full experience at my first 2-day match and how I finished. See you guys in the next one.